What's up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome back to another episode of GSG Nation. I'm your host, Brandon, and it is November the 13th. Tonight, Spurs will play the Washington Wizards. But before that, we were in the building for the Sacramento Kings game on Monday, and Spurs pulled out a great win that day. We were also able to get some fan interviews, so we will be playing those later in the episode today. But just want to talk about that win against the Sacramento Kings. Spurs win 116-96, and it was a great win. The turnout, the crowd was phenomenal as well. It was super loud in the building. Loved it. Oh, it was a great atmosphere. Fans very excited. They're liking what they're seeing from the team already. So this is good stuff. We're already seeing improvement for the team. But I got to tell you, that game, man, we were hot from everywhere. Field goals, three-pointers. We shot 47.8% from the three that game. Incredible. We went 22 for 46, something we haven't seen all season. But I always knew if we were able to make our shots and shoot at high percentages, we're definitely going to be a hard team to beat. And so that was just really great to see. Finally, we just had a really, really good shooting game. And hopefully that continues. Spurs are currently in their 5-game homestand. So tonight against the Washington Wizards, I do expect the hot shooting to continue, especially at home. Spurs really, really need to feed off of the home crowd's energy, because we are getting loud and we are getting on our feet at the game. So it was just a great time. And it's always good to see us win, and Sacramento coming off of a back-to-back, doesn't matter. We took care of business. Everybody's going to be playing back-to-backs, and, nobody's going to have it too easy. So anytime you can pull out a win, you just got to do it. And that's what we did. It could have been worse. We could have lost, and we did not lose. We are in the win bracket. So Spurs currently 5-6. Hopefully with a win tonight over the Washington Wizards, we can be 6-6. And then Friday, we have the Los Angeles Lakers for the first NBA Cup game, and then followed by the Dallas Mavericks on Saturday. But we had seven players in double figures in the win against the Sacramento Kings. And that's the type of play that's really going to make us a hard team to beat. Devin Vassell still coming off of the bench. I think that's okay, though, for right now. He's going to slowly be inserted into the starting lineup. And, we probably will see that either this weekend or sometime next week, I imagine. But really good things. Wembanyama having a monstrous game. 34 points, 14 rebounds, 6 of 12 from the three. Incredible. 12 three-pointers is a lot to attempt. A lot. Not sure we want to continue to see him shooting that many, but it was just good that he shot 50% from the three, and that definitely helped us get the win. Devin Vassell being out there is just really also helping spread the floor. It's great to see him back. So happy that we have him back. He's playing really well for us right now, and coming off the bench too. So I just expect him to continue to improve. And once we get him in that starting lineup, the starting lineup's going to be even more dangerous. So hopefully Chris Paul, once we get Devin Vassell back in the starting lineup, Chris Paul can have even more fun out there and have even more weapons to use. Stephon Castle doing a great job for us. Dude is continuously improving. I think that he is playing much better than we all expected. This is good stuff. I mean, he's shooting the ball confidently, and he's starting to make more shots. That is his struggle, but at least he's starting to make them. So I do expect that to continue to improve all season, and it's possible, just with his defense and his tenacity, he may stay in the starting lineup later on in the season. So let's see where the route goes there. I think that it would be okay to have him in the starting lineup. I really love that he's a quick learner, and I'm okay with him getting experience early, even if it causes us to lose some games. It'll be beneficial for us in the future if he gets great, close in-game experience this season. In close games, if we can get him out there, and just teach him how to win and just teach him what it takes to win in close games, I think getting him that experience right now is going to be tremendous for the team in the future. I gotta say, one thing I'm getting really tired of is these no calls for Stephon Castle when he makes hard drives to the basket and he's getting hacked. I mean, he's not floppy. I guarantee you, he's not flopping. He's not that type of guy to flop. So just for the refs to not be calling the fouls, it it's hurting us a little bit. It's killing our momentum, and it's just helping the other team slow us down. And I think that's got to stop. I think it's ridiculous that I know he's a rookie, but I think it's ridiculous that it takes so much for him to get fouled and then for them to actually call it. So we'll see. Hopefully he doesn't get too dangerous with that situation. But I do want to continue to see Stephon Castle driving the basket hard, creating that contact. And then I know, he's going to start finishing more at the rim as the season goes along. I do believe that. And especially as his career progresses, he's going to be able to finish at the rim. And it's going to be so good for the team in the future. Just having a point guard with size and just somebody that's strong and not afraid to take it to the basket. I mean, he's already dunking the ball. We're seeing him just be really aggressive in that area, and we just need that to continue. For a young guy like that to not be afraid and to attack the basket, attack the defense, that's incredible. And it's something that the Spurs need. And it's a good thing that we drafted him. I'm really, really pleased with that draft for sure. I like what I'm seeing from Keldon Johnson so far right now. Something different from last year is that he's actually finishing at the rim this year. His touch has gotten better. Uh, Tunnel vision sometimes is still there, but at least he's not creating as many turnovers as he was last season, and he's actually one of the lower ones in the turnover category for this team. So turnovers is just something that's killing us. We cannot average 20 turnovers a game and expect to win games. We just cannot expect that. And it's not going to happen. So that's something that the team really needs to clean up. It's extremely frustrating, these turnovers. So a lot of them just very careless guys just rushing and either just not waiting for other players to space the floor better, or just, you're just playing too fast, trying to do too much. You know, against the Kings, we saw that one play. Blake Wesley was trying to pass it to Keldon at the three, but the spacing wasn't correct. So then Blake ends up passing it to nobody, to the fan in the first row. So that's something that we need to work on, is just being able to slow the ball and taking care of the ball, because that's what's killing us. I know we want to play kind of run and gun, but again, we're not hitting shots enough to be able to play like that for the full 48 minutes. So there's times in the game where the guys have to realize, we need to slow it down. We had momentum, but now we're losing it. The other team's finally starting to make a run and make a comeback. So let's just slow this down and let's get our offense going again. And the good thing is that this team so far, they're holding on to leads. Yes, teams are making runs on us to make a comeback. But the thing is that our defense usually has been able this season to stop those runs and maintain our lead. We did have a couple of heartbreaks that, especially that loss against the Clippers and the loss against the Jazz. Those really hurt us because those were 2 wins that we could have had for sure. No excuses to not have won those games. But if we could just take care of the ball, this team will be all right. But that's definitely our biggest problem, is just these turnovers. They got to stop. Cannot average 20 turnovers a game. It's terrible, and it's hard to watch. So for tonight's game, I want to see us keep the turnovers under 15. I want to see us keep up the hot shooting. And I want the team to feed off of the home crowd's energy. We're on that 5-game homestand right now. And right now it's really the time to feed off of the home crowd's energy, get us in it, and keep us in the game. I think that's very important. That's what I want to see against the Washington Wizards. I do expect the good shooting to continue just because we're at home. So I expect that to continue throughout the week, and let's just pull out a win tonight. It's very important. Doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be a blowout. A win is a win. And I think, just as Spurs fans right now, since we haven't contended in a while, I think right now we just need to celebrate these wins. However we get them, just celebrate and be happy with it. And, just know that the team is learning. They're going to continue to improve. And, the wins will come. More and more wins will come. I am very happy to say, as a season ticket holder, anytime I've been in the building this season, the Spurs have won. So hopefully that continues. Hell, I would love to think that I bring the team good luck, right? I think all of us would. But no, really enjoy seeing wins this season. I personally am seeing more this season than I did last season at the beginning. So really exciting stuff. Spurs fans are optimistic. They're excited. They're seeing improvement, and they're happy with where this team's going. They're excited about Stephon Castle. Everybody's missing Jeremy Sohan. They're all agreeing that Sohan has been a huge piece for us this season. And everybody is excited to have him back. We're really missing him. And heck, all of us fans are we're ready to see this team at full strength. We have yet to be at full strength. It's hard to find consistency when we're constantly changing the starting lineup. Guys getting injured, guys coming back, other guys getting injured. It's just so much change that it's just going to be hard to win consistently like that. But the guys are actually doing a good job. We could be on a way worse losing streak with just all the injuries that we faced, but that's not the case. The games, even the games that we lost, have been close games. We're not getting blown out, and that's definitely an improvement from last season. But if once we're at full strength, if the guys can continue to improve the way they are with guys missing, once we're at full strength, we could be a very dangerous team. Play-in could absolutely be possible, and then you never know, depending on the matchup in the play-in, we can make it to the playoffs. So really exciting stuff. Season's been exciting so far. We're in a better place than we were last year, and I expect that to improve. So without further ado, here's a word from our Spurs fans at the Sacramento Kings game. All right, Spurs fans, I'm back at the Frost Bank Center. We're here for the Sacramento Kings game, and I am with our first veteran of the night, Isaac. Isaac, how are you feeling about tonight's game?
I'm feeling good. I think we're going to get this win, so let's see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm excited. We have a really good chance tonight, and the Kings are coming off a back-to-back, so I think we have a really good chance to take advantage of that and pull out a W. How excited are you to have Devin Vassell back in the lineup?
He's a big asset. I think he's going to get us some buckets tonight, so I think it's going to be good for the team. So.
Yeah, man. What did you think about his last performance the other night?
I didn't get to catch that one. I didn't get to catch that.
Okay,
game,
no worries. Yeah, so he ended up coming off the bench, ended the night with 21 points, so he did a lot for us. Jeremy Sohan, what are your thoughts on Jeremy Sohan this season?
I think he's a good ball player. I haven't watched too many games this year, but going back to what I know from last year, he's a real good ball player, good cornerstone. I think he fits alongside Wemby good. So as long as he can keep that up this year, we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, I agree. I think he definitely fits alongside Wemby. We've seen him improve already this season. We're really missing him right now. I think that he's going to be a vital piece going forward for us. Do you have any other favorite players besides Wemby?
I like CP3. I know he's new to the team, but I've always loved him. And
Yeah, what do you expect from him this season?
I think he's just going to be more of a facilitator, not expecting much scoring. I think he's going to be a leader for the rookies like Castle. So hopefully he can get out there and kind of coach and be like a player coach at the same time.
Yeah, how excited were you when we ended up getting him?
Oh, dude, I was super excited because I just think he's a good person to learn from, especially for these young guards.
Yeah, and he's actually been doing a lot of community activities since he's been here, which I'm kind of surprised about. But yeah, I've known people that have gone to those events and met him, said he's a super nice guy, and he's actually really excited to be in San Antonio. So we're all excited to see him.
Yeah.
Speaking of Stephon Castle, man, what do you think about his game? What have you seen?
Oh, dude, I loved watching him even play in college. I think he's a great ball player, and I think especially learning from CP3, he's going to learn a lot, grow a lot, and I think he's going to be one of the best guards in the league eventually. Hopefully.
I think so too. Yeah, and his defense is just really killing it for us, man. I love it. We might see him in the starting lineup again tonight. Would you like to see him in the starting lineup throughout the season?
Yeah, he did real good the other night when he started. So keep him in the starting lineup, and we'll just see how he does. So.
And I noticed you're wearing a Victor Wembanyama jersey. So let's talk about Wemby. What have you seen from his game? What do you like, and what do you think maybe you would like to see more of?
I like him defensively, of course, and he's always going to be a beast down there, down low on defense. But offensively, I think he needs to. This is just me, right? But I think he needs to play more like a Giannis type game. Okay. If he's coming off the dribble, they want him to shoot those pull-up jumpers. Yeah. They're giving him that. I mean, he can hit them, but he's more proficient getting to the bucket and getting contact. So I'd like to see him do that more.
Yeah, I agree too. I mean, just we haven't seen anybody like him. There's no data on a player like him. He plays like a guard, but he's at 7'5". Do you think soon he might make inside presence for himself, like Belt, or he's going to stick to the outside game?
I think he'll be more of an inside guy, but I think he's trying to play like a KD type of game. I think that's fine. He'll grow into that, but I think he needs to establish inside, so open up the game on the outside.
Yeah, man, good words, good stuff. How excited are you for the season? How optimistic are you about the team?
I'm awesome. I'm really optimistic. I hope we can break even at least, if not make a playoff spot, maybe that 9-10 seed and hit that play in and hopefully get in. But hopefully we do better. But
I think if we get
realistically, get 41 wins this year, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's what I said too. I think we can do 41 wins. I know injuries are killing us right now, so it's kind of hard to build chemistry when you're constantly switching guys in and out. But what's the amount of wins that you would be satisfied with as a fan that you would say this is improvement?
That's tough to say. Last year we only had 20-something?
22.
Yeah, 22. So, I mean, I'd like at least 33, I would say. Just get 11 more, but I want 41.
I think it's very reasonable, though, right? Yeah. Awesome. Well, Isaac, appreciate the time today. Glad you're here for the game. Can I get a Go Spurs Go?
Go Spurs Go.
All right, Spurs fans, with our second fan of the evening, Fred. Fred, how you feeling about tonight's game?
Oh, man, I'm feeling pretty good. We got a good chance.
Yeah, I agree, too, man. They're coming off a back-to-back. I think they'll be tired, so we run them. I think we can do what we got to do. Has anybody impressed you this season so far?
Well, Wemby's always impressive. Sohan came out pretty strong. I like Castle. Castle's making moves, you know what I mean? He's a rookie, so he has to get his head in the game. But other than that, I feel like we're coming together as a unit. We just got to get everybody healthy and everybody on the same page.
Yeah, I agree. It's hard when everybody's just injury riddled and, we're switching guys in and out of the starting lineup. Like, how are we going to build chemistry like that, So it's going to take time. What did you think of Devin Vassell's game last night?
So I think Devin Vassell came out strong. I'm glad that Pop didn't push him. I'm glad the coaching staff didn't push him to come out when he wasn't ready. So it gave him time to completely be 100, which he hasn't been 100 for a while, So I feel like his game is looking good, and, there's always room for improvement, especially that being his first game back.
Yeah, absolutely. When we throw him back in the starting lineup, what are you expecting from him? How can he help the team?
I feel like once we have everybody together, I feel like he's going to help the team spread the floor more. He's going to give us another shooter. He's going to give Wemby another exit. You know what I mean? We have another sharpshooter on the floor. I feel like it's going to spread the defense out. So I feel like we'll have a good chance at scoring in the paint. Wemby getting open. Vassell has a really good shot.
Yeah. And I think, we get another ball handler in there too with him. So he's really going to help out, and he's going to help out Chris Paul and Wemby, open him up a little bit. Speaking about Victor Wembanyama, I see you wearing a jersey. Very nice. How are you feeling about his game this season?
I feel like his offense has started off pretty slow, but I feel like it'll progress and get better. His defense, of course, is always strong. When you're that tall, you got to have good defense, you know what I mean? But I feel like he's going to step his game up offensively as the season progresses, as we plug Sohan back in, as we give Vassell. Of course, Harrison Barnes has helped us tremendously, and Chris Paul has helped us spread the floor. So I feel like his game's only going to get stronger from this point.
Yeah, me too. He's only 20 years old. I don't think there's anything to worry about with his game, right? Like, just give it a little bit of time. He's got to find himself in the league, and he will. Speaking of Jeremy Sohan, man, how bad are we missing him?
Man, we miss him pretty bad. On the defensive end, he was a monster, and on the offensive end, he showed up more than we could have expected this year. So I feel like it's a big loss, but I'm glad he's getting the right treatment, and then he'll come back even stronger.
Yeah. Do you think he fits next alongside Wemby?
I think once we plug Vassell in and we see how everybody meshes together, we can really get a take on it. I feel like just with him, we can't get a take because it's not a him and Vassell. It's not a him and Wemby sport. It's a team sport, so we got to see how all the team unites together.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just really, really glad that Sohan's definitely shown improvement, and I think that's going to continue, him being another young player too. So how optimistic are you for the future of this team?
Man, I'm pretty hyped. I feel like we got the the sky is the ceiling. We got a lot of draft picks next year. Hopefully, some of those unprotected first round picks progress. Either we trade and we get more assets to the team, or we draft and we get good assets that way. You know what I'm saying? We're pretty good at drafting, though, especially those overseas players. So I'm really optimistic for the future.
Me too. And speaking of our draft pick, Stephon Castle, what do you like about his game?
I really like that Chris Paul is his mentor. That's my favorite thing. I feel like he's starting to show flashes of young Chris Paul. He already had that, but I feel like him watching and him seeing what Chris Paul has to do and hearing from Chris daily, it's going to help his game. I feel like his passing is great. I feel like his offense needs to get a little bit better, but his defense has been locked down, so I like that a lot.
I like that a lot. He's a dog. You can't teach that.
Yeah.
Would you like to continue to see him in the starting lineup this season?
Oh yeah, I want to see them play with the lineup and see how it works best for all of us. You know what I mean? If it's rotate him, put him next to Paul, whatever they feel is best. I mean, the coaches know best. They see him every day and they see the progression daily. So I feel like they know where he belongs and where they should plug him and play him.
Yeah, I totally agree. Well said. Tell me, what does this team need to work more on?
I feel like our offense. We need to spread the floor more. We need to. Sometimes we take a little bit too many threes. We need to play inside the paint. We need to get back to that old school fundamental basketball where we get the bigs inside. Something like Memphis is doing with Edie. I feel like we need to play inside the paint and we need to stop taking shots that are unrealistic, and the turnovers. Oh my gosh, the turnovers we need to work on.
Bro, we cannot average 20 turnovers a game and win ball games like that.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, so very well. Good takes, my man. I really appreciate you being on the show tonight. Can I get a Go Spurs Go?
Yes, sir. Go Spurs Go. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, Spurs fans, hope you enjoyed today's episode. We are back in the Frost Bank Center on Friday for the first NBA Cup game against the Los Angeles Lakers. Cannot wait to interview more fans there. Last season, we sent the Lakers fans home crying. Let's do it again, baby. Come on, Spurs. Let's get this win. This would be a big win against the Lakers, and it's, definitely my favorite team to beat. So let's go. Also, for Saturday, for the game against the Dallas Mavericks, on November 16th, there will be a Spurs Space watch party at Two Window Pizza, and that's Two Window Pizza off of 1602 East Houston Street in San Antonio. It's located inside Black Laboratory Brewing, but it's supposed to be a family-friendly place, so go ahead and bring the whole family out to the San Antonio Spurs watch party on Saturday, November 16th, against the Spurs versus Mavs at Two Window Pizza. Again, that's at 1602 East Houston Street, inside of Black Laboratory Brewing. Hope to catch you there. And don't forget to keep up with GSG Nation on X at GSG Nation Talk, on Instagram and TikTok at GSG Nation. Throw us a like and a subscribe to GSG Nation on YouTube. Until the next time, go Spurs, go!